story. So PK and Dorit Kemsley are doing some damage control after the Daily Mail dropped the bomb that Dorit was allegedly put on blast by their producers. The rumor is the producer said to Dorit, "You will be demoted to a friend of if you do not tell the truth about the state of your marriage to PK. Has he moved out to a hotel? Are you guys separated? Are you getting divorced? You need to come clean." Don't forget, word on the street is that allegedly the producers told Kyle the same thing, except for she would be fired if she did not tell the truth about her relationship with Morgan Wade. But let's dive into the damage control that Dorit and PK are doing. All right, so this is according to Radar Online. It says, Dorit Kemsley's marriage to PK is in a positive place, with the source connected to the couple telling RadarOnline.com that they are good and happy despite a false report he moved out of their marital home and into a Beverly Hills hotel. As the outlet exclusively reported, Dorit and PK still live under the same roof with their 2 kids, with an insider sharing there is no truth to the accusations he left their family mansion and as she faces demotion from housewife to a friend if she doesn't speak about their alleged marriage woes. Now, do I believe this? No. I think that the original report is true. I think PK did move out to a Beverly Hills hotel, but I think that has happened months ago. I don't think that is new for them. I think it's new for the producers who are now catching up, but I don't think it's new to PK and Dorit. I think that they have been living separate lives for a very long time. He's been in London, she's been in LA, and he's doing whatever he's doing, she's doing whatever she's doing. I think this is just damage control. My question is this, and I want to know what you guys think. If it is true that PK has moved out, and if it is true that the producers told Dorit, you will be demoted if you do not tell the truth about your marriage, do we think that Dorit is now pulling a Robin by publicly lying and going against the producers' alleged warning? I kind of think she's going to have the same fate as Robin if she doesn't start telling the truth. And I also have a little video snippet from the finale of last season where Dorit is talking to Mauricio about PK, and then she talks about her marriage in the confessional. But I think the most telling part of this video is Kyle's face. It's a 28-second clip, so it's really quick, so I can play it twice. But I want you guys to really pay attention to the look on Kyle's face when Dorit is talking to her. I'll play it in a little bit. So Dorit addressed the relationship struggles last season, revealing her marriage was affected after she was allegedly robbed, was the victim of an armed robbery, let's say, inside her home while their children slept. The English businessman was overseas, how convenient, when the crime happened in 2022. PK has built a lucrative real estate company in London and even landed his own reality show selling super houses. Now, is his real estate company lucrative? I don't know. He did get a show, but that show has since been canceled. So they probably do need the money. Beverly Beach is not Beverly Beaching. She's not really designing anything. So yikes. I don't know. Also, word on the street is that the house they live in, they don't own it. I think only Dorit's name is on it, but they have other investors who are helping them get their home. They've also had multiple lawsuits against them for not paying their bills and gambling debts. So I don't like to count people's money, but because it's a part of this conversation about the housewives and it's relevant, it seems as though Dorit probably needs this Bravo check, and not just Dorit, but her children and PK as well. So we'll see. Also, you guys, something I was thinking was, how on the show there was the conversation with Dorit and PK about where would their children be going to school or not. And Dorit is saying, no, I want to homeschool the kids until they're like 14 or something. And PK is like, no, let's just send them to public school. My thought was this: if they have all of this money, right? They're on the Real House of Beverly Hills. He's this real estate mogul. He has TV shows. She's, designered all the way out. If they have all of this money, how come the question of putting their children in private school never came up? I think the reason why their children are not in private school is because they probably can't afford it. And I think Dorit is fearful, which, to be honest, is a genuine fear given the state of our country, of putting her children in public school. And not that bad things don't happen at private schools. Of course they do. I'm not saying they don't, but private mass, you know what I'm saying, pew-pews versus public mass pew-pews are very different. So I think the reason why Dorit wants to homeschool her kids is because she's fearful of putting them in public school, but she can't afford private school. And I bet you the tutor that she has come to tutor them is probably way, way cheaper than sending her 2 children to private school in Los Angeles, which, as we know, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, the Valley, South or Southern California in general, same with like the Northeast, whether it's like Connecticut or New York, private school is out of the butt expensive. So I think that's another reason why they've been having these troubles and this tension. I think the majority of their reason is financial. I think the fact that PK had all these lawsuits, I think with the alleged insurance scams, again, that's just an allegation. We're not saying that's a fact. With not being able to provide a certain lifestyle for her children, I think she's using the PTSD and the home invasions as an excuse as to why she wants to homeschool her children, where I think, again, this is just my opinion based on everything that we've seen, I think the real reason is they can't afford private school. And I think that the finances, I think Dorit wants to cut bait. I think she wants to get a guy who has real money. I think she wants to get a guy who is younger and probably is more conventionally fit and attractive than PK is. I'm not knocking anybody's body by any means. I'm just saying, like, conventionally, more hot as like a dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think all of that is going on and all of that is baked in. I think that this whole source to radar online is nothing but damage control. But my prediction is, if the initial report is true, that the producers are saying you need to be honest about your life, and then we're getting reports on a source, aka Dorit herself or Dorit's publicist, saying that those aren't true, I think this is going to blow up in her face. It's going to have the Robin effect. I coined this in another video. It's the Robin Dixon fraud effect. I think the producers are calling everybody to task now. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. But as always, I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that PK and Dorit are good? Erica Jane, even at BravoCon last year, was like, they're going to be the next couple to get divorced and split up. We saw them go through it this season. There's the Mauricio cheating allegations. We can't forget about that. PK was also spot not wearing his wedding ring. He's been out here dipping it and doing it. And we've heard about him living in a hotel for months now. But I do want to show that clip I mentioned. It's 28 seconds, so I'll play it twice, you guys. I'll loop it. And watch Dorit and Mauricio talk, and then Dorit's going to have her moment. But really look at Kyle's face when Dorit and Mauricio are talking. Really look at her face, and I think that's going to be very, very telling.
Where's PK? I think my main takeaway from this year is that PK and I have a lot of work to do. Where's PK? I think my main takeaway from this year is that PK and I have a lot of work to do. No matter how hard I try, it feels like he's never going to take me seriously and be as present as I need him to be when I need him. And maybe he'll never change. But do I have to accept that he won't? Can I? I don't know. Where's PK? I think my main takeaway from this year is that PK and I have a lot of work to do. No matter how hard I try, it feels like he's never going to take me seriously and be as present as I need him to be when I need him. And maybe he'll never change. But do I have to accept that he won't? Can I? I don't know.
I mean, I think that speaks for it all. And if you guys are watching this on the replay and the video doesn't play, it's because NBC asked me to take it down. Hopefully they don't. They haven't been flagging in a while, so fingers crossed. But just in case you watch on the replay and there's no video, that is why. But since you guys are watching live, you definitely get to see it. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think about that. And also, I think a good question is, what do we think about the state of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in general? I'm personally kind of sick of all of these, stories coming out about these actresses, Bette Midler, Chelsea Handler, all these weird people who they keep saying might be joining the show, Tori Spelling, which is all a bunch of BS. I'm just like, just tell us who the new housewives are. Hopefully, I hope that they are unknowns. And by that I mean I don't want an actress. I don't want another reality star. I don't want a TV soap star. I want an unknown. I want a rich woman, preferably who is married and is just living her rich, wealthy wife life. She's not hustling. She can have a cute side gig. That's cool. But she's not hustling out here. She's not coming on the show to be divorced. And she's not bitter and angry. And she's not broke. Like, bravo. Can you just do that? So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Put it down below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's move on to our next story, which is all about Kyle